What's up, y'all? We are back. This is episode 29, I believe, of the Twins Out of the Park Baseball 24 series. We are here in 2033, September 15th. Just kind of, checking in on the team at this point. We are 89-57, 3 games out of first place behind the Tigers. Um, Looks like we're like 7.5 games up, or 6.5 games up on the Angels for the first wild card. So, um, we're good for the playoffs. We're gonna get in, I presume, but we're 10.5 games up, like out of the last spot, I guess. But it's been a little rough. It hasn't been a perfect season, but we're making the best of it. I guess we could check in on a couple of injuries. So Carson DiMartini, this was a huge one. He went down about 3 weeks ago, I think, 2.5 weeks. Yeah, so he was out 8 to 9 weeks. Still has 6 weeks left to until he comes back, which puts him at like a, let's see, one, two, three, yeah, like maybe like ALCS if we get that far, which really sucks. But I guess you can't you can't do anything about it. So Tommy White's been getting full time like at bats, and he's turned it on since after a pretty rough first half. Um, Check his splits in July. He's been a monster. So, an underwhelming first half of the season, but he's turned it on when we need him at the first base spot. Jack Rucker, just a day to day thing. Mike Carson, like a week injury thing. Um, what did I do with him? Is he on the IL? I'm not sure. It's been a couple days since I picked this up. Oh no, okay, so I just took him out of the lineup. Okay, that's what it is. I was wondering why he wasn't in the rotation or whatever. And Danny Bruin, who's come up and made a couple relief appearances since roster's expanded, and he's out for a couple days. Um, so yeah, I guess let's. I mean, we can look at everyone how they're doing, but I'd probably just save it to the end of the year. Um, which highlight a couple guys. So Adrian Palencia having an MVP season, a return to form of sorts after like being really good, but not like otherworldly the last 2 seasons. This year he's been a different level, like back in his MVP type years. Um, let's see, what the heck was I gonna look at? I guess I don't even remember, but so he's been big. Sawden's been awesome. He's now getting full time at bats at DH, I believe. Yeah, he's playing every day, both spots. You can see like our lineup's pretty much the same, just like some different backups and stuff. This is also all levels, so let me change that. Oops, Major League. Okay, here we go. So Jack Ruckert's actually been our third most valuable player, which has been awesome. Um, Love to see that. He's playing a pretty competent shortstop. No, not great, but as a guy who wasn't supposed to be our shortstop to start the year, he's been good. Let's go to a couple other guys. I guess Brady Allen's a big one. Our or deadline accusation. He got off to a pretty rough start, but I wonder if I can check. I guess I can't, but oh yeah, okay. So I guess we could just look at like July and August. He was really underwhelming. I was like, crap, did I make a mistake? Whatever. And in September, he's been like a different animal. He's been awesome. So more of the player we thought we were getting. He's been huge down the stretch here. I wonder if I could look at his game log because yeah, he had a couple huge games here. Um, he was in dangerous territory like mid August of being like a really bad player, but yeah, he's turned it around quite a bit. So yeah, I mean, you can look at everyone else how they're doing and stuff, but I guess we could talk about like some underwhelming guys. Jeff Hatfield, who was going to be my starting center fielder next year. I don't know. I still have hope for him, but the abysmal walk rate, the strikeout rate's a little high, and not even really a good defensive center fielder. So I mean, pump the brakes on him a little bit. Jeff Roy, he had a really bad first half. Now we look at him. Can I look at pre and post All Star game? I don't know if that's a thing, but I guess not. Stupid McAfee. Well, anyway, we could look at how he's done recently. Yeah, so August he was really good. Had a big bounce back month. Not a ton of plate appearances, but then September he's been better than he was, I guess. But yeah, still a little underwhelming from him. He never really turned into like the all-star player we thought, but I always knew there was risk in that trade. We didn't give up much. Um, yeah, I guess Lamar King's been underwhelming too. I mean, better than he was last season, but that doesn't take much. And then yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Like big players there. The rotation, I am going to try to sign Mike Wolf long term. He still has another year of control. Updated demands, $64 million AAV. Pretty crazy, but I think I'm just going to do it because, he's a stud. And you keep these guys around, I guess, for their whole career. So I'll figure that out eventually. We'll move some money around. We got Mercedes on a pretty affordable deal if we need to move him. We could always move Hagen Smith. He's not like untradeable or anything. So, um, yeah, the rotation's been pretty good. Watson was off to a really good start. Had a couple like pretty bad games here to kind of inflate its ERA a bit, but he's overall been pretty good since he's come back from injury. Mike Wolf's still killing it. Not quite the first half he had, but he's been good. Hagen Smith's been pretty solid. Nothing crazy, but allowing a few too many home runs probably. But overall a steady arm. Will Warren's been a disappointment. Below league average pitcher. He's got another year of control, really affordable deal. So he'll stick in the back middle of our rotation. And Glazebrook has spent a little bit of time in the bullpen, but mostly starting, and he's been really good. So I guess Mike Carson too. We can go over him because he's been awesome. I was kind of saying he's the Mike Wolf replacement, but if we have both these guys in our rotation long term, that would be insane. The bullpen's been great. Neely, Dean, Armstrong, who we wound up getting at the deadline. He's been great. Bennison continues to be outstanding out of the pen with just the fastball. They call the backup Matt Olson, whatever. Jose Pena's up here. Rondon's been fine. Nothing like special, but solid middle reliever. Gismondi's having a big bounce back year. On pace to throw 86 innings, put up about WAR and a half, which is good out of the pen. Then John Lashley's been good too. After a bad game here, but take that out and he's been good. But I guess relievers are always like you can kind of take out bad games and make their stats look better. But anyway, we're fourth in runs scored, first in runs against, and the offense seems much improved. I actually haven't checked this yet. I wonder what Derek Mitchell is doing over in Miami. And he's been pretty awful. Actually, really awful. So, maybe that worked out. I still don't like giving him up, and I don't want to see him do bad. But maybe that was a good trade, for sure. So, we're gonna sim ahead. It's pretty close division, so maybe we'll go day by day, and kind of make this like a playoff race episode. Maybe we can take the division or something. So Matt Olson, weak injury. He's not really a big arm for us, so it's a back injury. Minimal throwing, but that's enough to IL him. If it was a key arm, I'd probably keep him on the roster, but not a big deal there. And Amari Brazen, I think I might call up because he pitched 2 games earlier this year. I don't remember why I called him up, but I would like to get him a couple more innings. We also have a guy like Pico Khan who's been good. I'll call up him because he hasn't gotten a taste of the majors yet this year. So here we go. We win 7-6 in 10 innings. Big game from Hoffman. And Glazebrook rough start, but the bullpen's awesome. So we'll go and our last game in Detroit against old friend Brady Singer, I think, and we lose 9-2. I don't even know what the heck that was. I skipped through it so quick. I think it was just a small injury. 9-2 loss. Brady Singer, nice start. He's having a pretty good year. And it was good in Oakland, too. So, looks like Colin came up and it was horrible. I'll keep him up for a little bit, but, short leash. We're trying to win the division here. And we got a doubleheader here against Detroit. Personal message. Here we go. I think it was just a manager. I forgot what I was doing there, but yeah, it's been a couple of days since I recorded. So, we got Wolf and Smith on the mound for these two in Detroit, and we take them both 4-2 and 8-1. So, not a big day for the offense in game one, but Wolf has a strong start and nice job by the pen. Looks like Mercedes had 3 ribbies. Tommy White had a big game too. Looks like it was a 2-run shot for his 2 RBIs, and the bullpen does a good job. And Smith had a good start. So yeah, we'll keep Khan up. He hasn't gotten a big taste of the majors yet. So, and he had a good year in AAA. So reward him for that. 4-2 win here. Looks like Sawden had a pinch hit. Oh, Tony Ruiz had a home run. That's cool. Pinch hit 2-run double, looks like, for Sawden. And Tony Ruiz, who I would like to get some at bats here. He's 27. He's played really well in AAA the last 2 years. And, got a little taste of the majors last year. I got a taste of the majors with Arizona in 2031. But, let's see what he can do here. Definitely an opportunity to play for sure. And game 2 in Chicago, Glazebrook on the mound. We're now tied for first, by the way. And we lose 5-1 in 11 innings. So it's never good when you lose by 4 runs in extra innings. It looks like it was Armstrong who imploded. Their bullpen was really good for them. Danny Bruin eligible to come off the IL. I think I'll throw him on the roster. And Brady Allen's hurt. That's not good. That might be the big injury if he goes down for any extended period of time. I'll probably send down Khan here, probably. Yeah, we'll do that. And I think Carson's good to go. Yeah, so we'll insert him back into the rotation. I'm actually going to do a 6-man here. Just we have a lot of good starters, and let's see what they can do here. We're now 1 game back of the division, and was that the same game? No, it's a different game. 4-2 loss. Dean blows it. Carson has a short but good start, and Jeff Roy playing a little first base. Looks like he had a couple of RBIs. So day off. Watson will be on the mound here, and Brady Allen out for 4 weeks. So that's incredibly unfortunate. That puts his timetable like mid playoffs, like ALCS, if we make it that far. So I'll have to call someone up. Anyone on the 40? I guess we can call up RJ Mayer. That's the only other hitter on our 40-man roster. That's crazy. I do like this guy, Luis Pacheco. Could be a nice platoon option with White at first. Or Steve Driver. Maybe we'll do a Steve Driver here. Also, Andres Castro, if you remember, he got taken in the Rule 5 draft. He was returned at, the All-Star break to us. So we want to pick him back up. I don't know why you would hold him to the All-Star break and then release him, but that's how this game works, I guess. So, also Banfield's a good option, but we already have 3 catchers. I'm gonna just bring up Driver because he has some MLB experience, and I figure our left field. Let's see, maybe we'll go with Palencia in left, Sawden at second. No, Pena at second, Roy at third, and then Barzio back at the outfield. We'll have Ruiz mix in at DH if we need him. He'll back up the corner still. That looks good to me, I think. Change the order a little bit. Get Roy later in the lineup. That looks fine. So swing this over here. So against lefties, I don't want Roy in the lineup. So we'll put Sawden here, Pena here, and then probably Tony Ruiz at DH. That looks good to me. Maybe Steve Driver will get some at-bats, or maybe Roy will get some at-bats if we need him. Could also back up third. So there we go. Move this lineup around a bit. And that looks fine to me, I guess. Yeah, okay, cool. So here we go. Watson on the mound against Houston. We lose 5-2. Mercedes a couple hits. Ruiz a couple of hits. He's been pretty damn good since coming up. Watson, not the best start. Maybe I'll give him one more trip through the rotation. We probably can't score around right now with this 5-man rotation crap. So he'll probably get the pull here from from our 5-man rotation. So good day from Wolf, and the bullpen does a good job. Um, and then is Watson? He's never actually made a relief appearance before. You know what? Maybe it'd be better to put like Glazebrook. He's been good though. We'll put Watson in the pen. And yeah, just because he's been a little rough, and Glazebrook has been good starting. So there we go. Last game in Houston. We're one game out of the division, and we win, so we're still one game back, but we don't lose any ground. 3-2 win. Smith is a good start, and good job from the pen. So an off day, and then back. We stay in Minnesota. We're now a game and a half back with, what is that, 6 to go for us? 6 games to go. Tigers have 5 left, and their magic number sits at 5. So here we go. We clinched a playoff spot, by the way, at this point. So we're good to go there. We lose 7-8. That's big. They take a 2.5 game lead, and I think that drops their magic number to 3. So we're in big risk of losing the division for the first time since 2024, 2023. It might have been our first year. I'd have to look at that, but tough day by the back end. Armstrong and Neely. But okay, Glazebrook on the mound, and their magic number is 3. So big game here against Texas. And we lose 6-1. Tough day for the offense. Watson rough in relief. And we don't lose any ground, but I think the magic number is at 2 now. Yep. So, big game against Texas, trying to keep our season alive, or at least the division alive for us. And we win 6-5. Big game. It's like a pretty big comeback, too, in the later innings of this one. So, big game. A couple guys in the offense. Carson, not the best, but good job from Danny Bruin. He needed that. He's been pretty tough this season when he's been up. But 2 games out now, and the magic number still sits at 2. We have to win out to win the division, maybe, depending on the tiebreaker, whatever that has to do with in this game. And we win 9-1. Matt Olson's back. I'm just gonna honestly just outright him to AAA. I always have my options. So maybe I'll send down. I don't want to waste an option on Watson. He hasn't had one used yet this year. So I'm gonna send down. Where the heck is he? Danny Bruin, because I've used an option on him. So Olson will come back. Probably not play a big part, but we win 9-1. And nice game from Tommy White. Looks like he had a grand slam in the top of the 5th. Big game, big inning in the 5th. We put up 9 runs, so that'll play. Mike Wolf, good start. Probably his last on the year. He finishes with 21 wins. I presume that'll lead the league, but you never know. How many innings did he pitch? 203. So good effort for him this season for sure. And we're 2 games out, so looks like the Tigers won. Their magic number sits at 1. So a loss by us or a win by them will clinch the division for them. So we got to win out, and hopefully they lose out. And we lose, so we lose the division. That's okay. I mean, it's not a huge deal. Although we've never played in the wild card series yet, so I'm gonna make sure. Yeah, Will Warren can pitch. I probably won't have him in our playoff rotation. Although he's been pretty good down the stretch. Maybe I would put him in the rotation. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw I'll throw Watson in this one just to I don't want to waste a potential starter. I'd rather use Watson. So last game of the regular season, pretty meaningless game, but hopefully we pick up a win. We do. 3-1 in 10 innings. Good start by Watson. Olson goes 3. Thankfully, they used him and not like any of our big guns. So then Dean and Neely picks up his 45th save of the year. Incredible season for him. 3 WAR. Well worth the money. And pretty nice. Nice all around effort from the offense. So there we go. We're end of the regular season. We finished 98-64. And yeah, we'll take a little break. Well, I'll take a little break and set our rosters and stuff, and we'll be back at the start of the wild card series, where I guess we can sim up and see who we're playing here. And we will be playing the Angels first round. So yeah, we'll be back with that in just a second. All right, so we are here at the start of the playoffs. Update on these injuries. So DeMartini's still out for 2 more weeks. Allen for 1.5. So they could be back for the ALDS, but more likely the ALCS, depending on when the start dates happen and stuff. So we'll continue to look at that, but they're definitely out for this series. 3 game set, 3 in a row versus Los Angeles. We're at home for all 3, so that's good. For this series, we'll have Wolf, Smith, Person, and Smith. Sorry, we only need a 3-man rotation here. So that'll kick Warren to long relief, I guess, if we need him. But yeah, we're running with a 12-man rotation or pitching staff, I guess. I think we should be good with that. And then we'll have 14 hitters in the series. Here are our starters and everything. So pretty much the same as we ended last year with Roy. Roy and White kind of platooning, I guess you can call it. Or sorry. Roy and Ruiz out and left. So they'll be platooning left or right. We'll face Los Angeles, who were second in runs scored, 7th in runs against. They'll have 3 righties on the mound, so I guess we probably won't see Ruiz starting any of these, but pretty good offense. I wonder if they still have Trout. He might be hurt, or maybe he retired at this point. Last time I checked, he was still on the team, but yeah, I guess he's done. So I guess I could sign him, but they release him. Oh, they released him. That sucks. Damn, that's a sad ending to Mike Trout's career, but yeah, they're still a good team, 92-70. Jordan Walker's their stud, I guess. Although pretty good season, but not outstanding. This guy Chris Warnick, who just won the batting title, insane season, 7.5 WAR. They got Gavin Turley, who's a nice player. Alexis Medina, who's another nice hitter. So pretty good offense here. Like this team quite a bit. Noelvi Marte still making a ton of money. Actually, he's been pretty productive since leaving Cincinnati. Wow, he's had a really nice career. That's good to see. Still only 31, but they'll have Mick Abel on the mound in Game 1. And then Grayson Rodriguez, old friend of ours, in Game 2. And Lizarraga, I think is how you say it. Something like that. He'll be in Game 3 for the Angels. Pretty good-looking bullpen, 5th in ERA. Nothing crazy, but yeah, we'll have Game 1 here. Wolf on the mound in Minnesota. Here we go. And we take it 8-1. Big game for the offense. Rucker 3 hits. Palencia drove in 2. Sutton had 3 walks. That's great to see. Schreier drove in a couple runs. A ton of doubles. Roy, White, Pena, Sutton, Palencia. And then Wolf, a really nice start. 5 1/3, 13 Ks. Is that the max? I guess would be 16. So yeah, that's he only didn't strike out 3 guys he faced, and then Lash and Dean to close it out. So we win Game 1. Big one to take there. Let's go to this view. In Game 2, we lose 3-1, so we go to a Game 3. Looks like they got 2 in the top of the 11th off of Armstrong, so that's unfortunate. Carson, pretty short start. I don't know why they have him on such a short leash right now, but the offense couldn't get much going anyway, so unfortunate. But we'll go to Game 3. Hagen Smith to save our season here, I guess, and this will be against Adrian Martinez. Looks like. Who they acquired mid-season from Washington, had a really nice season, especially with LA. So we'll try to keep our season alive here in Minnesota, and we lose 10-2. Wow, that sucks. Because Smith was pretty good, 6 innings, and then freaking Armstrong, 7 runs in a third of an inning. What the heck is this? Ew. Why would you? Oh my God. He gave 5 hits, 2 walks, and then they bring in Rondon, and then they bring in Warren, which at that point, too late. So they waste a good start by Hagen Smith. Armstrong, what the hell is even that, dude? Two, two blown games in a row for him. That's that freaking sucks, dude. They get 8 runs in the top of the 7th. So that's how our season ends. Unceremoniously romped in the 7th inning by the Angels, and we don't even get to see what this full team could look like. So that sucks. That'll be the end of the episode 29. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back next time with the off season and go through all that stuff, and we'll have a couple more episodes, but I do have plans for the next series. I think it'll be with the Colorado Rockies. I kind of already have the save set up and stuff, so and thumbnail made. So I'll launch that. We'll see how it goes and play from there. So, but this will definitely keep going. Maybe like less frequent uploads. Maybe we'll do like I don't know, twice a season instead of 3 times a season. But I want to keep the save going because it's getting interesting with Mike Wolf hitting free agency soon, and we still got our core with Palencia and DiMartini, but I like filling guys in and seeing if we can keep this dynasty going. But yeah, disappointing season for sure. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.